Will I treat you good?
Hey everybody, this is Fitz.
I'm Noelle.
And we're Fitz and the Tantrums, and we are rockaholics. You didn't do it with me.
I'm not doing
You left me
that.
hanging.
It's devil's hands.
Thanks for chatting with Rockerazzi and 987fm.com. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.
You guys have never been to the Penthouse, is that right?
We haven't.
No, it's kind of swanky.
Did you get the grand tour yet?
We got a mini tour.
Yeah.
But
Kinda just walked around.
we're ready to cause some trouble.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you go in the elevator?
Yeah, that's a trip.
Yeah, it is a trippy elevator.
Did you hear about the elevator?
No, what's
It's, you know this place is haunted, right?
No.
Yes.
I
I kind of
haven't.
felt an energy in there.
Did you?
Yeah, or somebody was touching. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
You sure? No. No, this place was, like in the Disneyland Tower of Terror.
Oh,
I don't know if you're familiar. I mean, I wasn't either, but this is the elevator that the murderers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. So
Yeah.
let's not talk about that.
So last time we did an interview, CeeLo got stuck in there.
Really?
I've been taking the stairs. So,
Yeah, good choice. Anyway, let's get to the music. Totally dig the record. We all dig the record at the station. Listen, I'm just curious to know, Fitz, for you, what kind of writer are you? Are you the guy that wakes up in the middle of the night and gets kind of struck by the songwriting lightning bolt?
I'm not the guy that wakes up in the middle of the night. I'm the guy that doesn't go to sleep and it's 4:30 in the morning and just get possessed with an idea or a little piano riff or keyboard riff or a beat or something, and then all of a sudden I'm just bumping it so loud in the studio. And my studio's in my house, so my poor neighbors are probably hating me every time that inspiration lightning strikes moment happens.
Right. And how did you guys form a collaboration? How did that happen?
It all started, as soon as I wrote the first song, knew that I wanted horns, called up our sax player James King, and I told him, I said, we need an amazing vocalist, somebody that's just a powerhouse, and he said, there's one person only, this girl right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think I think most of the guys we met through James, our saxophonist, because we've all kind of played together throughout the LA scene, and he went to college with him,
Yeah,
and
with James.
he's like he was like the go-to guy for all of us. It's interesting.
Sometimes it can be really hard to find the right people to put into a band.
Right.
But there's just been an energy around this band where it's like we literally made 5 phone calls and that's the band. We had a rehearsal and we could have gone and played a show that night, and it just something about the 6 of us together just clicked right away.
I mean, surely there has to be some times, you guys, that there's a little bit of turmoil when you're married to 6 other people. I mean, what's the one thing that comes to mind when I say, what gets under your guys' skin, or what do you guys?
Well, we were just on tour, and our keyboardist was always microwaving some microwave dinner, and it would just stink up the whole bus.
Food, and that would just. It would really drive me nuts because I'm one of those
Yeah, I mean, you're living in close quarters.
Right.
8 of you, plus the tour manager and the manager. It was tight quarters, but for the most part, we get along pretty well.
We do. I mean, there's a lot of laughter, and we.
James King, our sax player, is one funny mofo. So
and our bassist Joe Carnes, just them together is just amazing. It's a riot.
Are you guys the kind of band that will stop at the, at the local gas stations and have to pick up trinkets from each stop?
Our sax player, he's always picking up something, or
postcards.
We were driving through Philly, and we did like a 2 a.m. stop at Philly cheesesteaks, and just ate those, and all were in a coma afterwards. But they're great guys to be on the road with.
A lot of fans are kind of curious to know how much energy and time really goes into being a successful artist or a successful band. Can you kind of touch upon how often you guys are either rehearsing or...
It takes a huge amount of energy. And for us, we quickly found that our live show was one of the really exciting parts. Everybody in the band is such a talented musician that we just really tried to elevate what a live show could be, And so we've spent an enormous amount of time traveling across the United States, playing and just winning over fans 5 at a time, 10 at a time, and now it's starting to build, but there was a lot of footwork that went into that.
A lot of work. I mean, you have to be dedicated to your craft, and it's not always an easy thing. Like, you know, it's like not like we're paid. We're not getting millions of dollars to do what we're doing. We're, you know, a do-it-yourself band. We have to worry about how the budget's going to be because it's very expensive to travel with us alone as a band, 6 members, and then to have like a crew of people. You know, just having one tour manager, you know, can like overextend your budget by, you know, whatever amount of money. So you have to kind of think about that, but we just do what we can with what we have and just, you know, hope that it just spreads, you know?
Yeah, I mean, my thought is that if you're passionate about what you're doing, you just do it, and hopefully, you know, good music finds its way out to people. There's never been a better time to be an artist doing it yourself. You put it out there, you put it up online, you get friends to tweet about your music or post about it on Facebook, and hopefully it just spreads, but it takes an enormous amount of tenacity and belief, and just sometimes when you're at your lowest, you just got to keep going no matter what. Yeah.
Is there a time, you guys, that you can foresee, you know, either, you know, sitting on top of the, I don't want to say the hill or the mountain, but for lack of a cliche, where you kind of look at each other and you know what, shit, we did it. What does that look like to you?
Well, you know, I mean, there's different levels. I mean, this last tour we went on, we sold out almost every city that we went to. You know, from a 200-seater to like a 1,400-seater venues. And that, for us, was a real benchmark moment of just realizing all the work we had done over the last 2.5 years finally is starting to, like, build momentum, and we're starting to see real rewards from that.
And you're watching hundreds of people singing your songs for you. Like, you know, that's always like a great moment, I think, for any artist to hear that. And
it's pretty exciting to hear when you go out on stage and all of a sudden everyone's singing the songs louder than you, and you're like, whoa. That's a pretty special moment.
That's great. Last couple of questions. Do you think about legacy at all? And what does that word mean to you in terms of either your own personal legacy or your music legacy?
I mean, I think it's hard to like have too much worry about that. You know, I think the bar for us is we just want to be authentic and truthful to ourselves and push ourselves to write great music. And so long as we're doing those things, you know, we'll worry about what other people want to say about our legacy. But like I said before, I think good music lasts, you know.
And do you have a favorite Campbell soup?
I love the tomato.
I like tomato and rice.
Tomato and rice?
Yeah.
Regular tomato for me.
Yeah, and has either one of you seen a shrink lately?
No, but I probably need to.
Yeah, I probably want to.
After being locked up in that bus for 5 weeks.
Will I treat you good?